Driver, step back here to me. Come on back here for me. Come on back. How you doing today?
Disclaimer: this video contains dark subjects. Another disclaimer: just because I like the song, it doesn't mean I agree with the artist's political views. Alright? I Just Killed a Cop, Now I'm Horny is a 12th track on the album Black Ben Carson by JPEGMAFIA. The song is about police brutality, and it features a sample of a dashcam recording of deputy Kyle Dinkel being shot after pulling over a Vietnam veteran, Andrew Brennan, who suffered from severe PTSD. Brennan mocks the officer and yells at him to shoot him. Brennan reaches to his car and pulls out a rifle and ends up shooting Officer Kyle 9 times in total. In the recording, you can hear the officer screams and begging for his life, which is one of the most disturbing and chilling samples I've ever heard in my life. Ironically enough, JPEG is a veteran himself. He enlisted in the United States Air Force at age 18. He served a tour of duty in Iraq, Kuwait, Germany, Japan, and North Africa before being discharged after speaking up against his superiors' reported abuse. JPEG has been known to be offensive or edgy to get his point across, and this case isn't any different. In fact, it's one of the most hated songs due to the disturbing sample. This song sparked a big political discussion on Reddit upon its release. On one hand, there was people who were angered by the criticisms of the song, most likely leftists, and called anyone who didn't like the song a police bootlicker. Amazing how many people on this sub defend cops. Literally one of the most genre-defining songs in hip-hop is titled Fuck the Police, and we still have bootlickers claiming that this song is fucked up. You know what's really fucked up? The deaths of black people as a result of police brutality, and people who found distaste in using this recording regardless of the context, even people who didn't like cops. I mean, I hate cops, but is it necessary to include an actual recording of a young cop being killed? And there was pro-cops and people defending the song's artistic value. But overall, this song caused a clash between all political parties on the internet, which, by the way, you should never take that shit seriously. Most people typing shit like that to sound smart are most likely some basement dwellers. But as you can see, this song angered a lot of people and called JPEG insensitive for his use for such a clip, but I want to explain my own interpretations of the song and why I think the song was misunderstood by most people. The song starts with the last screams of a dying cop with soft guitar chords and soft singing playing in the background. The reason he did it is to show the irony of the situation and to mock the propaganda that was published during the Vietnamese War, which included a similar narrative. Biggie specifically used this video to show you what happens when the tables turn around and the cops are the ones with no power. This is to question the listener's morality, if they would sympathize with the cop or not. Hence why he started the first verse by saying,
"When your mama dies, yeah. When your daddy dies, yeah. When your sister dies, who gonna weep when these coppers die?" Yeah.
He asked if one of your family members were killed by a cop, would you still stand by your political values and morals, or would you feel bad for the cop getting killed? He goes on to tell a fictional story of him getting stopped by a cop.
You got expired flames, I've been outside waiting for the right moment to talk to you.
The officer uses a common excuse to stop a driver. In that case, is that they have expired license plates. When he says, "I've been outside waiting for the right moment to talk to you," it could be interpreted in two ways. The first one being the cop waiting to stop the driver, and the second one is the driver waiting to be stopped by a cop. In the first perspective, Peggy paints the officer as someone who longs to stop individuals to quote-unquote talk. The second interpretation, which would be the driver's perspective, in that case, it's Peggy's perspective, or Andrew Brennan waiting to be stopped by a cop. In both situations, the use of the word talk shows how simple a situation can be escalated from just talking to losing a life, whether it's from the cop or the driver's side. The next verse shows how Biggie dealt with the situation.
Oh my god, this pig wanna take my life. 26, no job, and now they gon' take away my license. He came closer, grabbed my toast, put the gun to the dome of a dead cop.
The police officer comes closer. Peggy gets nervous and grabs his firearm, aka his toaster. Peggy draws on the police officer and presumably shoots him in the head and then tosses the weapon. He continues on the next line, serenading the thick cop almost as if he lost a loved one. The next verse is about Peggy struggling to get his point across by saying, "I've been up all night with my hands on the pipe, so you punks understand me," which seems to be exactly what happened as an outcome of this song. With the amount of anger that was generated towards the song, he finishes the song with the phrase, "You're God and you're gone," which was used during military training when they showed the video of Kyle Dinkel being shot. The video was used as an example to teach cops to shoot first and ask questions later. Musically, this is a darkly beautiful and emotional song. I understand people getting mad over the use of the recording and saying that it's insensitive, but that is kinda the point of the song. It comes from a place of anger and frustration. As much as I don't like it when artists use real footage like this, but this one is different since there's context and reason to use such a sample. And again, I just want to add that just because I like the artistic value in the song, it doesn't mean I agree with his political views, or the political views that other people that would like the song support. But let's not get too political here. I'm just here to talk about shit that I like. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video so far, consider leaving any form of engagement to help my channel out. I have been Harveyyy. Until next time.
You want some weed? Yeah. Hell yeah, I want some damn weed. What you mean?